There's an old trail right here that hasn't been anything on in years. I'm looking right now, there's a big tree down across there. But my plan is to go from here all the way to the other, not quite the other side of my property, but pretty far over where I can, brush hog that too. It's just nice to have, trails to access other parts of my property without driving the skid steer up and down the road. What I'm trying to do is kind of clean it up, put all the logs over here, and then later on I'll just like literally cut that up for firewood because I have a wood stove. So I'll collect the logs, trying to bust the trail through but clean at the same time, if you know what I mean. It's nice to be organized and not have stuff laying all over. So that's what we're doing. I got some like in that corner over there I know I can cut up. I'll stack them later. Keep busting through. Well, that's not supposed to be upside down. And if I flip it more, it's going to break my brand new fittings off. Basically, I need to get my excavator going and come in here and just dig all these things out. All right, now we're to this ravine, pretty deep. Like, that goes pretty far down. I know the machine won't make it through. I could try to go up there, but I don't want to. I want to go through here. It gets real deep right there. So if we want to go that way, where am I? That's kind of the way we want to go. But we can go this way and then cut back up. I have some pipe. I'm gonna grab a piece of pipe, throw it down in there. So just so you know what I'm thinking, I'm gonna scrape some of this down and take the dirt and put it over top of this. And the reason is I don't want my track to get cut up on my skid steer. You know, this stuff doesn't, this is actually limestone. It won't break up like shale. Looks good. I guess I know where all the nice dirt is back here. Oh my gosh, look at this topsoil. Oh yeah, that's where we want to go, right there. All right, so last night we made that path with the bucket and it started getting dark out, so I kind of was like, yeah, you guys aren't gonna be able to see anything. It was like rainy, but we made that path through here, but we never got out all the way. There's a cliff there, there's a cliff over there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean this up. As we come through here, I put the grapple bucket back on. So we'll clean this up as we go, and we'll get punched out over where we want to cut that little field over there. Wow, look at that. I bent that. And I bent that. Jeez. It's, I didn't think they would bend that easy. Check it out. I made it out. This is actually my property here. Neighbor's just been mowing it, but whatever. So this is like a little bit that I can brush hog, and I own a lot further that way and a lot further that way, so I could make trails through there too. But this was the main thing, to get back here and maintain this, and you know, I can also use this to, you know, keep attachments and stuff over here. I also have a tree there. That's my property. That goes back out to that road. That tree's on my, you guys worry about it falling, so that's something we'll have to do in the future. I like to just come in and just clean these woods all up. Like, load the logs in a truck, bring them back to the house, dump them over a cliff, whatever. But just like clean all the stuff up in all the woods. Because there's so many dead trees. It's crazy. We got some stuff to brush hog, and we'll get the brush hog over here. We'll clean the trails up a little bit, although they don't need much brush hogging, but we'll at least get this little lot done here and wrap it up. If you want good self tappers, buy these. They go on the roof. You know, they have the rubber on them to seal for the water, but these self tappers are like the only ones I have any luck with. Especially, you know, this is thick, and you just seen it went right through there. Usually you buy them and you go through 4 of them just to do what I just did. So yeah, these are good. Oh, I hate to say it, but I'm freaking stuck. Dude, that thing's way down in there. I got this log way up here. Log going in there, up to the track. See right there? And right there, I got a log stuck up on the track on this side. I can't go straight because of the ravine, and my property ends like there, and this guy will have a fit if I go on his property. That's the hill we were going up. This machine's an absolute beast. Look at this. For some reason, I am not surprised. I have like no hours on this. Had to do a bunch of work, like put heavy duty blades on it because they flew off, and just did a bunch of work to this. Now this one line is blown right here at the crimp. You can see it. And now I should just replace both because I know the other one's gonna blow as soon as I fix that. So we need 2 lines made up, get them on here, and that's one less thing hopefully to go wrong. But you know, like the body of this thing it's good. It's just everything else is junk. These are like weird fittings here. Oh, you got something now? That fits?
That screws into both of these.
Oh. Okay.
Those 6U60C.
But here's a question. Do you have 2 more of those? Can we make 2 of these? Because I have a feeling...
6U60C. I got enough to make 2.
You have enough to make 2.
Actually.
See, there is a difference in the hose. See your hoses. See that? This is like
different texture on the outside,
yeah.
But that's just the outer covering.
Yeah, it don't really matter, I guess. But
yeah, different brands do that just a little bit differently.
Not much going on with it.
Like there was enough hose here to use this, but I don't want to take the chance.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's risky. I mean, I can cut it back, but you never know.
I don't think I should. There it is.
Yep, there's one.
Look at this difference from his fitting to that fitting. Look how much more is crimped.
Yeah, but you see, that style fitting, they have grooves on the inside to catch it. That's why it doesn't get crimped like that.
Oh, all right.
I have that brand too.
Okay.
But I don't prefer it because this other brand is quicker to crimp.
Okay. And everything was working before. So, God, is that possible? Is that possible that the lines are on backwards? I guess that's the only thing it could be, because I didn't do anything else. Well, let's change this around. Unless there's like something wrong in here. If any of you guys out there watching this have one of these JCT brush hogs and you have this problem where the pump's trying to spin the blades but it keeps stopping, let me know. I'm really curious to hear what you guys had to do to fix that problem. I don't have this on any of my attachments, this crossover tube to put the... I think what this does, if too much pressure runs to this, it will shoot it into the return line. It's the way, I mean, kind of obvious, looks that way, but maybe I'm wrong. But I've tried to like bleed the air out of it, which shouldn't have to do that. And tried a bunch of things. It does spin, it's not seized or nothing. And by the way, I did fill this with gear oil when I bought it, because the gearbox was empty. So it's not like that's seized. And as you see, I have it apart right now, and it will spin. So, and I would go ahead and just take the cross piece out here, but then am I going to smoke the pump? Or maybe it's already smoked. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, that would be cool if you guys can help me with that, if you have any knowledge on it.